My friends, I am so grateful to be with you in this time where the unusual is more usual than we're used to. If you are a thoughtful person, you're spending time every day considering three primary questions. Who am I? Who is God? And who are we together? Now, why is it important to know who you are? Because often we can see examples of who we are not, and that is our clue to steer clear of groups that feel negative to us or contentious or aimed at drama. Like attracts like, and some groups seem to form based on a negative premise, even if that is concealed with surface words. For example, we've all seen groups who form to be against something rather than for something. And there can be a lot of criticism, a lot of talk about who is making what mistake, or with whom, who's getting it wrong, who am I better than? You get the picture. Some groups seem to have as their primary activity a lot of negative scrutiny of others. Coupled with this, we see something like a mutual admiration society. And why is this problematic? Because it has agenda, and it's not legitimate. And we strive to be admired by God. We want to avoid kind of a celebrity type of thinking where we hold ourselves or others up on a higher pedestal. Instead, we want our focus to be on Christ, who stands on the highest pedestal and with whom nobody can compete. So the people who espouse this kind of tone of we are superior and we have all the correct answers are usually oppressing others. They can be bullies. We see this in our faith communities. This is no surprise to anybody. This kind of negative identity demonizes other people. They work against unity, either openly or covertly. I want to say that there is a group I'm so darn proud of right now I could pop, and that is the group committed to protecting unborn babies and vulnerable mothers. My friends, the action of God as creator, sending you or me or anyone else into the world, is the most magnificent action of hope for our world. Those of us who recognize God as creator in each unborn baby and in each vulnerable mom give glory to Jesus in the womb of Mary, our mother. Each little baby is a potential solution for a hurting world. And when we help vulnerable mothers know that they are working with God and serving humanity hugely by giving themselves over to a bigger plan, we help God to protect the solutions He's sending into the world for the troubles that we see around us. Now, if you are a woman struggling with a surprise or shocking pregnancy, we love you most passionately. We certainly understand you. Many of us have experienced what you're experiencing. Mary, the queen of our church and the mother of God, experienced something similar to you. And you could say that you fit in with Mary right now in your circumstances. And if you fit in with the mother of God, then we definitely should be taking good care of you, and we want to. We will try to help you in any way that we can. That's our commitment. Many of our own children, I have to say this, and many of us came into the world in circumstances that were unexpected or at least surprising. Frankly, I think most of us were surprises to our mothers, never mind our fathers. So maybe that could give us our laugh for the day, which really we need to experience every day. There can be a heavenly order in what we experience as chaotic. We have to bear the tension of what feels out of control so that the Father can have his way. And in this we must help each other. Now, I congratulate everyone who has made this issue their life's work. Well done to you who support life. Well done for the great kindness of your approaches, for your gentleness, for your sweetness, for your willingness to be insulted and distorted often, and well done for suffering with Our Lady in the desire to protect small people from bigger people who can't recognize their value. I admire the strength of the movement in the United States particularly, and I urge you to be kind and brave and committed. We all know where we are in this moment right now. May God help us to preserve us from all distractions. Focus, my courageous friends. We are all with you in prayer. You are never alone in this battle where the unborn baby Jesus himself is your standard. You carry his heart out to the people when you represent the needs of God as creator. Okay. I would say a final word. Abortion, often chosen for the most understandable and defensible of reasons, remains a very primitive offense against God, and kind of a primitive solution for a problem, what appears to be an unsolvable problem when you're in the situation. But it's a very primitive offense. It's not a very elevated response to something that's been going on since there were people. I think that abortion has put us in a position now where we're experiencing increased sexual assault, trafficking, pornography, and increased exploitation of little girls, little boys, women, and men too. I think we can't separate those issues out, because if we separate them out or attempt to, it's a pretense. And there's enough pretense, I think, going on. Okay. We are asking you to register as part of the movement of Apostles for the Returning King, because God wants you to know who you are. We know who we are here, and we also know that the more division people engage in, the less room there is for personal holiness in stable and productive families. If you've ever wondered where you fit in the Catholic Church, if you've ever looked at different Catholic expressions and thought, that's not really me, or that's a wee bit too much, or I don't want to be part of that, then you should consider registering as an apostle of the returning King. Together, we're advancing the cause for personal holiness, for transformation. We're trying to contribute where Christ needs us very personally to contribute. There's a lot of us who are confounded by the international problems to the degree that we're missing the beauty of the possible solutions that God is sending through each one of us. We're missing the beautiful connections to the people around us every day. I fear that we are missing the joy of life because we can read about all of these problems happening internationally. And in some way, we are under the impression that they're all our personal problems. And they're not. We work for the God of all power. I mean, God has very big shoulders. They're his problems. And we are to serve God in resolving the issues that we see around us. We protect our direct relationship with God through contemplative prayer. My friends, if you're following us, you know that we have been urging you to embark in the tradition of the Catholic mystics. And those of you who have are at peace during these times. Those of us who have are calm during a period where we mightn't get Mass as much as we'd like, or the sacraments aren't as casually available to us. It certainly has given us a renewed understanding of the great value of our sacraments, of the Mass. So that's a good thing for us all. Often apostles call and we speak to them and they have the same thoughts, the same ideas, and we recognize that we're serving in the same spirit And that gives us happiness. It gives us joy. My friends, as I said before, it's good to know who we are not, but it's more important to know with confidence who we are as Catholics. The opposite of the returning king is about knowing with confidence who we are so that we can live our lives as happy children playing, as Our Lady once instructed. Remember, there is joy available in the little moments of connection with other people. That's where we're intended to express God. We're surrounded by people who need God's love. And that is our business. That is what God is hoping we'll see and respond to. I love you very much, and I can only guess or contemplate how dearly Jesus and Mary love you. I urge you to become part of our movement and to advance with us into the cause of personal holiness and direct connection with God. Thank you.